you've said this before, that people would rather hear rappers singing bad than singers singing good. Where is that coming from? Just explain why this is the thing now, and how people look at R&B, that they want to see rappers trying their hand at singing.
Yeah, it's like the auto-tune, created this massive cheat code that, because listen, everybody wants melody, right? Because the idea of melody is very appealing to women. That's how you get women, with melody. You know what I mean? Women love to sing. They love to sing along. You know what I mean? And so rappers have always been chasing the R&B, man. I'm trying to get the girls like the R&B dudes, man. They got all the girls. Like, oh, you got all the girls like that in your section, dog. Like, how? And that's how, because we had melody. You know what I mean? We could throw these melodies out in the atmosphere, and the women would just be like, "Oh my God, they're melodies," right? And they just jump right on in, right? And so when the rappers got this auto-tune and started using this as a cheat code, but also started being emotional on top of that, you know what I'm saying? From whether losing their homies turned on them, and then the baby mamas was doing them bad. I don't know why baby mamas always doing rappers bad, but it just kind of goes with it, right? So Drake allowed rappers to be more vulnerable, which is our space. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the vulnerable guys. You know what I'm saying? And now you got rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen my baby in 2 weeks. What's the deal? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it just kind of stepped on our toes. And, being that hip hop was so big already, this new element of emotional hip hop with auto-tune further pushed us to the back line. And so, we again had to try and figure out a way to be part of this current, without completely losing ourselves. And so that's when, the melodies got simpler from us. That's when the subject matter got more crass from us. That's when we kind of did away with the sexy and dealt more into the raunch, you know what I'm saying? Which for us, we were just trying to compete, trying to find our way in. And so I thank God for the women who were able to hold the line. Thank God for her. Thank God for Jasmine Sullivan. Thank God for SZA. Thank God for Kayla. These women were able to hold the line, and be emotional and really sing and write from the heart, really dope content. And them being in the mainstream place and staying there has really given us now a new opportunity to soak in some of that and to be part of that mainstream now. Like, you got Puff like screaming, R&B is dead, but you got to kind of listen to what he's saying. Like, he's saying it not in terms of the creatives who are making it, but in terms of the people who are allowing it in. You know what I mean? He's shaking the tree and making these programmers say, "No, we love R&B. What you mean R&B is dead?" And making these mainstream bloggers say, "No, we love R&B. What you mean R&B is dead?" And now everybody wants to prove that they can either do R&B or that they love R&B or that they're willing to play R&B. And now you see a turn, like right now, which is a great time for my album to be out. R&B Money out everywhere right now. So we are now going to, I feel like, be able to really do what we do and really stand on it. And people are going to be able to know the difference between, an R&B artist, somebody who can just do melody with autotune, and an R&B singer, somebody who can sing circles around your soul. And that's what we want. That's what we want to get back to. We want some balance.
I'm so glad that you said that, because, and I realize that when you get a certain age, you and I are similar aged, and that maybe some music just isn't for you, and that is okay. But I definitely was starting to feel like the current R&B, of course, you guys all sing about having sex and about, all those things that happen, when two are feeling each other. But it just
Amen.
was so
Amen.
it was just so over the top. Like Jodeci, for as much as Jodeci is known for being the bad boys of R&B, they didn't cuss a lot in their songs. They really didn't. I mean, they would
Love
tell you what's
song.
about to happen. They made some love songs,
Yep.
okay? They would
Yep.
tell you it's about to go down, and in a serious way, okay? But it was not as crass as it is today. Now they just be like, "Let's fuck," and I'm like, "Wait, hold up! It's a whole lot They got to lead into that before we
They
get
don't even want to
there.
take your clothes off. They just like,
You know what I'm saying? They keeping their tube socks on in the gym shoes. I'm like, we not doing that. Like we just come on now. It's got to be a little more grace and seduction into it,
please, please.
please. So I'm glad that that you said that. As someone who has done this for a long time, you know, you mentioned like the impact of auto tune. Can you tell when you hear somebody the difference between somebody who vocally grew up in a church versus someone who did not? Because you grew up in
Yes,
the church, singing in the church, yeah.
yes. You can tell when somebody's either been in church or been influenced by people from the church. You can absolutely
Mm-hmm.
tell. Even if the auto tune is on, you can still tell.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tell when people are just, they are able to do melody and use the auto tune for that. I'm not saying auto tune is a bad thing. Um, I'm just saying that if you can really sing, then we want to hear that. You know what I mean? Those singers that can really sing, like we don't mind the scatting, the trap R&B. You want to scat and do your jazz melodies and all that. And like I got it. But if you can sing, we need that algorithm. We need that. You know what I mean? Because we don't want the kids growing up now being afraid to do that. Like there are a lot of kids now, 5, 6, 7 years old, who can sing, and because a lot of R&B singers won't sing, they may be afraid to. They may not see the value in it. You know what I mean? And so we still have to lead the charge. You know, even though it's a different time, but the same way New Edition did for us, the same way Guy did for us, um, we still have to be willing to be that for the next generation, to inspire them to just use their gift.
Do you think being a male R&B singer is cool still?
Yeah, it's very cool. Um, what we have to fight to make cool, or maybe keep cool, I don't know if it's somewhere in between there. Is black love from black male R&B artists. That's the thing we're fighting for, and I think we're fighting for that across the board when it comes to entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, um, I don't know I don't want to say they or powers that be. I think we can all understand what that means, but it's easy to get black foolishness co-signed. Easy. It's very hard to get black love co-signed. Very hard. They want to know, well, where's the drama? Where's the drama? We need the drama. We need the twerking. We need the fights. They need all of these things, but we didn't grow up on that. We didn't grow up where that was cool. You know what I mean? Like we didn't that wasn't okay. Like if you acted a fool, you know what I'm saying? Like you got your ass whooped. Like you got a whooping. You was on punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened. And and now when you act a fool, um, they give you a check in a TV show. You know what I mean? So that's what we're fighting for as black male R&B singers. Or black males, period. We're fighting for our love to be just as important as everything else you think about us.